Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our weekly call. I'm Jen McEwen, your host. This is our weekly call number 30, hashtag DePIN-Sourced Intelligence. Again, I'm Jen McEwen, your host. I'm going to bring on stage Jesse Adams and Christopher O'Connell.
Good morning,
up, guys.
Happy holidays.
Very happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So,
Yep.
folks,
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
For folks who aren't in the U.S., today is a very big holiday for us Americans. It's our Thanksgiving holiday. So this is a day of stretchy pants and lots of pumpkin pie and turkey, just eating, cooking.
Yeah. Look at that. We got a lot of early people today. Pretty awesome. Good to see everyone again. Cheers.
Hey guys, see you. As Felipe was first. Sasso and Drew are third. Good to see everybody. So what's cooking? Chris is our resident cook. He's an amazing chef. Actually, they're all amazing chefs. Jesse's a great chef. Tim's a great chef. Reka's a great chef. Christopher, you love Thanksgiving. So what's on the menu today?
Well, I'm afraid to say I've been so busy that the Thanksgiving menu has suffered a little bit. I haven't even started the turkey yet. That's going to have to happen after the call. Well, we wanted to get stuff shipped this week, so I've been shipping code, not turkey. But fortunately, some of the rest of my family has been taking up the slack. Here, I'll take these off. So unfortunately, some of the rest of the family has been taking up the slack on getting Thanksgiving dinner ready. So I think we've got some mashed potatoes and some stuffing cooking, and we got some beans sitting in the sink getting ready to Blackout Wednesday, Recovery Day. Man, everybody's having a better week than I am. This has been a hard working week. I've been sober all week.
I did hear that yesterday is, I don't know, in the U.S., like the biggest day for bars in the United States is yesterday. So either people are excited to see their family, or they're like drinking before their family shows up.
I think it's probably a combination of both. You know.
Yeah.
Probably. All right, let's get into it, fellas. What do you think?
Yeah,
sounds good.
Absolutely. Can you guys believe 30 weeks we've been doing this?
I know, it's nuts.
Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. Yeah,
and
that means we're more than halfway to our doing it for a year.
Yeah,
almost halfway to doing that. Yeah,
I think in this space you got to build your own distribution channel. So and our community shows up, so it's very inspiring. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we got this week. We've got our introductions. Hello. So quick highlights. We'll go over the DePIN Catalyst developer grant program, an update on UPT Soul. Another recap, a quicker recap on our global internet survey. We talked about that more in depth last week. We'll still talk about, if you tuned in last week, you'll probably hear some of the same points, but figured it was a really great survey report. So I think it's worth another go. And then we're up and rock, and then we're out.
Sounds good.
Get to that bird. All right, so first off, highlight number one, I just want to remind everyone we have a welcome offer for UPT. And the deadline for this is November 30th. So you've got a couple more days. But the welcome offer is you buy 1,000 UPT and you get 250 for free. So do take advantage of that. You have, again, a couple more days, but it's a great offer. And, you can stake it too. So we'll talk more about that with UPT Soul.
Yep. And by the way, looks like Jen, your
is it working?
is
finally a little decent. Well, I feel like we're speaking a little too soon. I see a slide getting blurry. But
I was about to say, literally the moment you said that, it started lagging. No.
Oh,
thank you, Gray.
Thanks, Gray.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Gray. Yeah, I don't know, Jen. I don't know what's up. We got to figure that out, but we got to up our game.
We're trying. I got a new camera. I'm on a different network. I got a new computer. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what's going on, but maybe it will be the holiday miracle this year, before the end of the year, that I won't be blurry anymore on these streams. Okay, so highlight number two. A couple days ago, Jesse, you did an AMA with CoinStore in the Philippines, correct? They're based in the PI, right?
Well, they're not based in the PI. That's another company. But
the team that I met was in the PI. I see.
Yeah. But these guys, they are strong in a lot of Southeast Asian countries and around the world. One of our exchange partners, and we have a really really strong schedule going on with them. We're going to do in real life events, and also they do AMAs and digital marketing campaigns. And they have a lot of customers in their mobile app that tune in. So this was pretty cool. About 17,000 people tuned into the AMA.
Whoa!
And they just introduced UpRock, why token, how the tokenomics work, what's the product, what's your background, that kind of thing. So it was a really good introduction to that community and that customer base, which is great for UpRock. So yeah, and if you guys want to listen to it, they asked some great questions, and that's highlighted on my feed too.
Okay, so your feed. Let's just put that in there so people know. Let me type it.
Hello, Klaus.
Okay, so if you want to see it, it's on our X, but it's also on Jesse's X too. Highlighted. So here's just Jesse's because it's probably higher up on his. So go check that out.
Jesse's happy hour. You guys can tell what I like to do during happy hour time. I've trained myself to only be hungry from 4 to 6 and 10 to 12 when the prices are great. Happy Thanksgiving. So check that one out. Good.
Go check that out. That was a really good one. I think it was just you. That was a great one. I think it was only about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah,
it's a good one. And then you did another one the very next day, or no, just a few hours later. You did you were on the Everything Crypto show for Crypto Ape. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so Crypto Apes, Everything Crypto show. I think it's the longest running crypto show stream on X. I think they've been doing it for a while. They have 119 episodes. And they interview all things crypto. It actually started off with a debate about meme coins and NFTs. And the idea was do you think NFTs are back? Obviously we do, because we have my own. We all have PFPs. We buy NFTs, and we also have a hybrid protocol. But anyway, so that was a fun debate. And then we introduced a bunch of people from the DePIN space, which was the main topic. And they had their sponsors were one of the DePIN guys, the Rome Network, Soulcat, AlphaKek, and Boo World. And then the DePIN guests were HiveMapper, us, UpRock, PowerLedger, a company called 375 AI, which I haven't heard of, Gaiman, DePi Network, which is one of our partners and good friends. So there was a great, and then Multi-Chain Inc. was there too. So that was about an hour discussion. We just talked about, for some people who are new to DePIN, why it's so amazing, how it's, talked about in the future, where's DePIN going to be? And will it be probably the biggest thing in crypto? We made kind of our arguments and why we think so. And so that was a really good topic, and where it's going to go. So we'll also talk about how DePIN, only because of the DePIN model, it unlocks new business models that could not be possible without the coordination of a lot of humans and using the crypto as a payment model. And so that was really interesting, because each company talked about how in the Web2 space, to scale this fast or to even think about these, to solve these problems in this way would be impossible without crypto and without actually coordinating a lot of people in a token incentivized network. And so each company talked about how they did it. And so that was really interesting. And then we obviously talked about how we're doing it too. So if you want to learn more about just DePIN in general and how it's going to change the world, that was a good one. But the first 30 minutes is about NFTs and meme coins. So just FYI.
Cool. All right, and so you can find that one also on our Twitter. So it's x.com/uprock.com, and there is a link to that there, so you could listen to the recording. Yeah, you've been really busy. A lot of these really good calls. All right, up next, we've got our DePIN Catalyst. It's a $100,000 developer grant program with Superteam, superteam.fun. And so, this is a chance for you to join the program, win a grant. So the grant's $100,000, the pool's $100,000 grants, and so you can get up to $3,000 to $10,000 grant, along with mentorship and resources to build products, tools, innovative tools and services that harness the power of DePIN, because we are DePIN on DePIN. So build on the UpRock network, and you contribute and onboard new partners to the network.
Yep, and think of it this way. If you had access to over 2 million mobile IPs and desktop too, but what could you build on top of that? Currently the UpRock apps, they do perform cybersecurity tasks. We do speed tests. We're going to unlock other things like uptime, website monitoring. There's a lot of tools that you can do when you have real-world devices doing tests for developers to help them perform better and give them the data they need to make their sites or apps or servers better. So there's a lot of things there you can build on. So just as we use the DePIN model to scale the actual network out, we also want to this program is about the same thing on the developer side and the apps and the dApps and the tools side. We want to also incentivize people to build on top of the network now that we have such a strong network of real devices around the world. So.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize as well. One of the things that we've talked about when we mentioned this before, we've talked about with Super Team, is we really we want to make sure that we're not just providing the grant, although we know that's important to a lot of people, but that we're also providing the mentorship and the advice and the other resources that you need, because we know sometimes you have a great idea, but maybe you only know 90% of the way how to make it a reality. Some grants just sort of offer you some money and then you either succeed or sort of sink or swim on your own. And there's a certain old-fashioned hard-edged nature to that, but we really want to make sure that people succeed. So we're really dedicated to providing the time and mentorship as well as the grant money to make sure that these all succeed. And so I think that we're really dedicated to providing at least as much additional value in our time and our mentorship and the other resources, as well as the grants themselves. So if you're worried some of these grants programs out there might be a little bit hard-edged, where it's sort of sink or swim and they don't necessarily have a great outcome, we want to make sure we're there to help you, to provide the advice, to help with the coding, the design, anything you need, so that these are really successful. Help you understand exactly how our system works. You can reach out to us about the grants even before you finalize your application and say, hey, here's what I was thinking about. Can you help me? Can you help me design this so that it's the best design possible for UpRock before you submit your grant? So we really want to engage with the community for these grants. Yep,
exactly. Good
All right,
point.
so if you guys want to get involved, head over to earn.superteam.fun and then /grants/UpRock-grants. Let's put that in here real quick. Actually, you see it on the screen there. Okay, so go check that out. If you forget where to find that, again, head over to our x.com/uprock.com, and you'll see a post there. You can also go to Super Team Earn, and they'll have a post as well.
Yeah, and also shout out to Super Team for on the partnership and promoting that. So that's great.
Yeah, very excited about that. All right.
Okay.
So moving on to UPT Soul. So we have an update on UPT Soul. Again, this is also on our X account, but our total stake, what is it? A bit over 4,800 Soul. Let me read this number off. It's 861,321.71 UPT has been bought back and redistributed to UPT Soul holders across 36 epochs.
Pretty awesome.
That's pretty great.
Free tokens. Let's go.
Tokens. Yeah. So as a reminder, you keep your UPT Soul in a wallet like Phantom or Soulflare or your UpRock wallet to receive the staking rewards. If it's locked in a DeFi platform like Orca or Radium or Meteora, that platform will claim the rewards instead. And so head over to Jupe to do your swap and put your Soul to work.
Yep, that sounds good.
Yeah, very exciting. And speaking of Soul, I guess it's a good segue here.
Chris, I look like
sorry, I was just going to say, I want to point out for the community, this also means even if you're not a UPT holder, that the UPT Soul ecosystem is buying back almost 12,000 UPT per day, every day since we launched this. So that's really good at helping to balance the demand between holders and people who want to do something with their UPT and so on and so forth. So this has been a great program. We're really happy, and we hope that you are all as well. But yeah, so it's quite a bit actually because 36 epochs is about 72 days. So this has only been running for less than 3 months at this point, and it's already really successful.
Yeah. I was just actually talking with Jess yesterday about this. we were talking about how we have a lot of our, we've onboarded a lot of folks from Web 2 over to this. And there's needs to be some Web 2 friendly education on staking and what it means and how to do it. And so I guess this is kind of a call out to the contributors, help us. I think we could use some ideas on feedback on, like, how are you guys explaining staking to your friends and family who aren't already part of Web3 or aren't familiar with this? I mean, I know I've talked to some folks I've talked to my friends about it too. But it's nice to hear, like, how's everyone else describing this? Because this can help us, like, communicate to Web2 folks, like, because it's kind of like having an investment in a company, but it's not actually an investment in a company, but it's like that kind of.
Yeah, the best way to describe it, I think, is for your Web2 is you say it's like similar to a savings account, or it's like a bank CD where you have you're kind of locked up for 3 to 6 months and you get a higher interest rate. I think that's probably the best analogy because people are familiar with those terms.
Yeah. I think a CD is a potentially a good way to describe staking conceptually. Obviously, it's different in many ways, but conceptually, it's the concept that you lock it up for a while in exchange for a reward.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, so hop on our Discord. Let us know, how do you explain staking to your Web2 or your non-Web3 friends and family? It'd be interesting to have like different tiers. Like, how do you explain it to your technical friend who's not in Web3? How do you explain it to your parent? How do you explain it to your grandma? Because there's different levels of like digital literacy, I guess, and particularly Web3 literacy. So it would be cool to hear how everyone else explains things. So anyway, hop into the Discord and let us know, or shoot us a message on X. Anyway, that just popped in my head. So thanks. Sorry about the segue.
No worries.
Fine.
So Valam, great question here. So the answer is, it doesn't have to be something big. It can be something specific. It could be something super niche, or it could be something super general. It could be, and I'll get to maybe some specific hypothetical examples. It could be something sort of low level, or it could be like a complete finished thing. So as an example, we're already working with several data partners to do different kinds of data tasks, like website testing, uptime monitoring. You guys have seen our global internet speed test we've put out. Those would all be great examples. But it might also be something really specific. There's, I don't know, just as an example, something that pops to head the other day. I was working on something with my kids and realized that we were a couple Lego tires short. And there's a great website out there called Bricklink that lets you, find somebody to sell you an individual Lego piece. And I'm just using that as an example of something super specific to a community. So if there's something that's a community or an event or something sports or anything else that you're interested in, where there's a lot of data that you want to collect, or that you want to do something on a bunch of different websites, then propose it. So it could be something super specific, like, hey, I want to build a tool that would allow people to, find the best sellers for Lego tires. And that would be a great use for a grant if it was well described. Or it could be something super broad, like I want to build a completely automated tool that, lets people do something in Web3 or in Web2. So the grant applications don't have to be massive. They don't have to be, we're going to build the next big thing that completely replaces the entire internet. Indeed, in some ways, it's probably better if they're very specific and focused, and they say, hey, I want to build a tool that lets people, I don't know, say you wanted to crawl the websites for all of the national parks in the world to generate information about the running trails. And you just needed to be able to crawl that from lots of phones. Or you wanted to do some kind of comparison shopping on something or anything. So they can be very broad to build a general purpose tool, or they can be very specific. And either one is acceptable. I think the important things for us is we want to see projects that have sort of a clear idea of what they are going to deliver. And so that delivery could be big, or it could be relatively focused. And in some ways, focused is good because focused have a high chance of success. Anything that really takes advantage of and gets a huge benefit from being able to interact with the web from the scale of millions of distributed IPs around the world.
Yeah, that's a good point, Grant. I think maybe you can think of it two ways too. We want to be the source for public web data, right? And doing it at scale, and being able to get hyper-local IP-based data too at scale. And a lot of times, what that means, and sometimes that means like you want to focus on specific niches if you want to serve those customers that you're working with. So, for example, there are in the Web2 space, there are scrapers that just focus on e-commerce. There are some that just focusing on marketing, some on cybersecurity. So e-commerce, They might just focus on just one industry, like just Amazon, for example. Just being able to create data sets out of Amazon or data sets from Walmart, all public web data, by the way. And that's specific. You want to be actually structure that data set so customers can use it in a useful way. Those are very specific. Or if it's like inflation reports, you might want to do that by actually gathering data from flight information, flight pricing, car rental pricing, those kind of things around the world. Then you can actually, and that requires real-time data. That requires actual mobile devices. That's the power of a mobile DePIN in use. And then you can actually say, okay, this is what the price of tickets are every single minute around the world, and the DePIN can power that, and you can sell that product to people because people will be interested in knowing what's the price of the travel industry. That's a great report to put out there. So that's a specific scraping product, actually, just focused on travel or inflation. I think the same case with the AI world. There's not going to be one like God AI LLM. There's going to be a lot of very hyper specific and focused ones. We're already seeing that, right? There's a bunch of models that just focus on art, focus on video editing. There's models that just do really great subtitles for YouTube. I think the same case, some of those AI agents and models that are being built today, they're going to be more enhanced and unlock more power if they can be connected to a network and get the data they really need. So even if you say, hey, this AI product is focused on content or providing, helps you create better content for YouTube or whatever, that company might find a scraper that just focuses on what are the trending videos, trending topics, trending cultural events that are happening around the world. That would be a really good, useful product to sell to companies like that. So that's another way you can think about it too. Like we're living in specialized data, specialized agents, specialized models, whatever industry, cybersecurity to medical to e-commerce to marketing to ads, etc. So
I mean, just another example that pops into my head. I don't know if you guys have been out and about lately, but have you noticed that everybody has a Stanley Cup now, and there's like 18,000 different designs, and probably want to know which retailers or where you can get different designs and which designs are the maybe like. Again, with hyperlocal data, one of the things you can do is you can actually check regularly, and you can say like, hey, this new design came online and it sold out within 4 hours across all available sales channels. So it's going to be so it's a really rare design as opposed to something else. So anyway, Valom, to kind of come back full circle to your question, the answer is we're open to any good ideas, but it doesn't have to be a massive grand idea for us to accept it. A modest but fully formed idea with a clear thesis and outcome, that's great for us. That we'd love to support something like that.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. And for folks just tuning in, we're talking about our DePIN Catalyst Developer Program, Developer Grant Program. And Valom asked a great question about what sort of use cases would be used for this and what's our general vision, just like what are we looking for in the applicants. So really great question. And again, if you guys want to, if you guys are interested and you have a great idea and you want to, submit it, please head over to earn.superteam.fund/grants/UpRock-grants. You'll see it on our X, and submit your application.
Yeah.
Let's start building together. All right. So we did just talk about, before this, we talked about UPT Soul, and I just want to segue into this. Just a reminder, if you want to stake your UPT, participate in that, then we have a new staking tier. You can stake by going onto your account, logging into your account on UpRock.com. And we have a new staking tier for people who want to stake between 100 to 1,000 UPT. And the two tiers are 6 months and 12 months with 7% and 10% APYs respectively.
Yep.
So go head over and try that, and get some rewards for it. It will be
thanks, Tasso. Appreciate you.
And also a reminder that what we said at the top of the stream, we do have that UPT purchase bonus. So if you buy 1,000 UPT, you get a bonus 250. So might as well do that now and then stake it and then get your rewards. That bonus ends on November 30th. So take advantage of that. You have until the end of the weekend to do that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And now we have an iOS update. So this is now in review with Google, or not Google Play, with the App Store. And it's a wonderful, wonderful update to the UpRock app. I think this time it will actually might have some features that Android doesn't have just yet, which is kind of a rare treat for iOS users, because our background is in Android development. But we've got a great teammate owner who is helping us move forward with the iOS application. It's got a wonderful update. You'll be able to play games, everything that you've already been doing. So you have your referral program, you have your earning your UPT, and then now we have the new games in there, and you can claim your rewards, convert reward points into UPT. So keep an eye out. That is in review at the moment.
It's a good one too, because on iOS, like we've always said, it's harder to earn there because the operating system can turn off the UpRock app. This makes it fun for folks to actually check in and open the app once in a while, because there are games that are play to earn, and they're really just fun games that you might already have installed. And so if you just play them, you actually earn UPT. It makes it fun for you. It makes it fun for you to check UpRock app to see that you got the reward for playing. And there's also just other offers in there. So you might be surprised to see apps that you were going to download anyway, like Uber or Coinbase or something, and you actually can get paid in UPT, and they provide significant rewards for that. But even the game side, like they have some of these games are like I said, you probably already have installed. Well, they'll give you a daily reward and have like a max time limit of 30 days. And you'll definitely want to check to see it worked. And every time you check and just kind of keep open the UpRock app, we're actually in the background able to send you more tasks. Like for example, our partnership with Bright Data, they actually need people to just keep the app open for a couple hundred seconds every month. It's not that long, but if you just don't do it on iOS tends to turn off the app. So this is just makes it fun to keep the app a little more alive once a month. Allows us to run a couple more tasks in the background. So not only are you earning UPT for playing the games, but in the background we can actually start sending more jobs to your device to actually earn in the background passively too. So that's great about it.
Oh, Valom's at level 30 in merchants. I don't have the Android in front of me.
That's fine.
I have my iPhone in front of me, but I'm not sure what level I'm at. But I think you're right. I think I'm beyond you now. I don't want the team to know how much I'm playing this game, but I'm pretty sure that
you're paying the bills, Jen. You're paying the bills.
Well, I got so into it. I even actually bought because I tried to, like, for my pride, try not to actually buy packages on games, but I was like, no, I gotta merge these damn suites, and so I ended up paying I spent like a couple.
Yeah. And then this actually program is going really great, everybody. It actually generates good revenue too, because the developers of these games and the developer of the offers, the apps, not just games. There's like I said, there's other offers in there. They provide revenue anytime people play. So that, and then as you guys might know, on UpRock.com/tokenomics, any revenue we get, we use that to buy back and burn, and buy back UPT and burn specifically. And then we actually add that money to liquidity pools to deepen our liquidity pools. That's how UPT is always central to our ecosystem. So it does multiple things here, like keeps the app open, gives you more fun ways to earn. Also, actually really it helps strengthen the token for those two reasons. The buybacks are really important, buyback and burning and liquidity pool. So we're gonna we always say a DePIN is the world's best reward program. So we're gonna add more great offers here, more ways to not just earn UPT, but also probably able to get discounts and spend your tokens and swap them out for great deals, or you can get better deals through our collective community purchasing power than you could do by yourself. So we're going to test that out very soon. But right now, there's just, because it's the shopping season and holidays, we can get a lot of revenue now for people playing and doing offers. So, and we're tying that back to the token every time someone does that.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at, actually, now that you mentioned it, because I've been just focused on the games, but there's other things. Like there's Uber Eats in there. I've seen Uber Eats. This list gets refreshed frequently. So sometimes you might not see it one day, but you'll see it the next day. But keep an eye out for other types of apps, not just the games, because there might be something there that would be very useful for you. And then to that end, to that end, we're also going to be introducing more different types of offers. So not just like playing an app or downloading an app, like different types of things that you can do, like a shopping or magic receipts. Like not, it's in discussion, you know, how we're going to move forward with that. But like we have that in mind. So there's other ways for you to.
True. Yep. Exactly. And so keep it up, guys. It's really been awesome.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about this last week, our global internet survey. So what we did is we had, you know, we were running those speed tests and so we took for the last 12 months, all the information that we got from the speed test that the community was running. And we worked with a researcher or a lab that condensed all that data into some great insights for us. And if you wanted to get more into the nitty gritty of it, check out last week's live stream. I think it was a really great live stream. People seem to really enjoy that. But there's, I thought we could do like maybe a quick recap on it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, maybe a quick recap. And I'm going to show, after that, I want to just show our new network site, because it's starting to evolve into the dashboard that we've been talking about. So we just started to update it. So yeah, let's just show that.
Let me just cue it up real quick. So the UpRock Global Internet Survey, again, it was like from the last 12 months of the speed test data, and it was looking at internet connectivity over, I think they said it was 239 countries. You know, like that's including territories and maybe disputed lands or something like that. But anyway, pretty much it's all over the world.
You said 200 and close to 240 sort of distinct regions as measured by the internet, without making a stand about whether they're countries or not, just sort of distinct regions.
Thank you. That's much more diplomatic. Yeah, that's what I mean to say. And so using data from more than 2.65 million devices, 465 million speed tests, and over 1 billion transactions, this is the first type of report we've ever done. You know, it's from our beta year. It's packed with a lot of insights on internet performance, how people are using their devices, and the trends that are shaping the future of DePIN and Web3. Cool. So first off, here we go. We've got traffic patterns. Okay, so some things that we noticed, like the upload skewed regions, you know, like these are predominantly content creation or data outflow regions. We have balanced regions, which are, you know, upload and download are about the same, and that indicates a mature infrastructure with symmetrical data flows. And then we have download skewed regions, which reflect like heavy content consumption. So people who are, you know, streaming a lot, or versus upload skewed, which people are creating a lot. And so that gives us a lot of great insight on like what features or what products to build for different regions. You guys have anything else to add on that one?
I think mainly what I want to show is, I think main thing that's maybe impressive for folks is what, you know, you install the app and you're wondering how this thing works and how is it actually able to issue UPT tokens to folks. And because we're just getting started, because, you know, on our website we're working on our B2B portal. It's called UpRock Prism, and it's not live yet. So if you just go to uprock.com, you don't see that we're actually working with the businesses today. So that there's actual data tasks that are generating revenue. And so I think one of the biggest things to show here is that how big the network is, and there's actually transactions happening. Over 1 billion transactions are happening in the past year. We have hundreds of millions of speed tests in all geos around the world. That's really valuable data. And so this is the power of DePIN. This is what allows us to go out and actually close deals. So I think but we want to have a third party provide some insights. And I think that's kind of the big picture we want you to take away from here. If you really want the little details, you can, like I said, check out the last stream. I believe we're going to share the PDF too, but I think just a bigger.
We have it on X. We have the article on
X. Yeah, we put it up. So I mean, and this is the other thing.
Yeah.
Feel free if you know somebody if you see somebody on X talking about or writing about global internet trends or speeds, mobile networks, to tag them onto this report, because we think, you know, when you go out there and look, people talk a lot about what's going on. You'll hear people on big news broadcasts on smaller ones, on posts on X, making comments about what's happening on the internet or how different regions are growing in mobile and adoption and all of that. And honestly, based on this massive report we've released, we actually think a lot of the data that's out there is a little bit outdated. People are sometimes relying on reports from 2-3 years ago, reports that maybe only took a tiny sample of a few thousand devices and tried to extrapolate from that. And so we, with the help of our great community, we're actually producing a great data set. So if people want real up-to-date data, if they actually want to know and write about or use this for analysis of like where are the regions where speed is growing, where are the regions where phones are being adopted quickly and everything else, we as a community have put together what I think is probably the best, or certainly one of the best data sets out there right now for this. So this is the power of UpRock, and this is what we've all built together.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, like Chris said, this highlights like the critical role of like connectivity, shaping DePIN and Web3 landscapes. And so what's coming up next with us? I mean, we'll do this again next year, and we'll have probably even more data to more data points to report on. So yeah, richer data sets. I'm sorry, is what I mean to say, for deeper analysis. And collaboration opportunities. So we're inviting folks, like if you across different industries, as Christopher just mentioned, if you want to contribute to building a more connected, decentralized world, reach out to us. Or if you know anybody, you can help. We would love a warm intro or a soft introduction. And if you want to, in particular, want to have any media inquiries about this, Sir Roz, our man at the helm on Discord, on all of our socials, he also said to share his email address. So he would love to hear from you guys too. So that is razroz@uprock.com.
Now let me share the other screen real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. And while Jesse's doing that, again, folks, head over to x.com/uprock.com and you'll see the whole report. Roz put up an article about that. And so if you want to dive into that, please check that out.
Yeah. All right. You guys see this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're going to continually improve this, add more like beautiful, interesting charts. But the point here is we want to be very transparent with the network and be one of the first, maybe the first DePIN to kind of share our revenue, up our buyback and burn program. But we just updated this. So now you can see kind of the real device IPs, number of countries. These are actual devices and nodes that are online in the thousands. When you see these numbers, it's in the thousands. We have our map here. You can see a live map of the network. This is powered by DePIN Scan, our partners, which is pretty cool to see. But that's there now too. So real-time data. And we have some network stats that are also a live metric. So the number of total transactions, that continues to go up. Total mine UPT. So this is the payout we're doing, which is great. And then we have our platform fees. That's what we generate. We use that platform fees. Again, if you go to uprock.com/tokenomics, the platform fees are what we use to buy back UPT and burn, or for liquidity pools. And that's actually part of the treasury. So we incentivize the team to have to be paid for by the platform fees. Because again, how we think about it is, if you guys aren't using the platform, if you're not doing transactions, you're not doing withdrawals, you're not playing games, you're not sharing referral programs, all those are different kind of transactions. You're not keeping it open. We're doing speed tests. If none of that stuff is happening, then we shouldn't get paid, because actually our apps are not used for. The platform is not useful. So we wanted to align ourselves with making sure like we build a good platform, then we also get paid. And so that's what platform fees are about. And then burn UPT number, that number is going to continue to go up, and it's going to accelerate because we are closing some deals. You're going to start seeing that very soon too, even in the token, because we are buying back significantly off the market, and we do burn more regularly now too. Now that we have revenue coming in, here so anyway, this is it. You can go to uprock.com/network. This is just the start of it. We're going to add more charts because I think it'd be interesting to see historical charts as well, like how much we're burning over time. We want to show, like, as we add more tasks, which regions are where our tasks going more to, which regions where we are light on, like, hey, we need more people in this country to install UpRock. You can earn more right now because there's a company out there that would like to do tasks in this region. So this would be a place where you can kind of get a snapshot of what's happening in the network, and like stuff like available bandwidth, available compute. We keep growing this dashboard. It'll also be a really good sales tool for us, a live map sales tool. So when we go and talking to people and want to tell them, like, hey, this is the power of our network. Here's what we can do for you. Here's a task. This is live. it can be a great tool for us to close more deals. So, and also for the community, I think it'd be great if you guys want to take screenshots and share it and say, hey, this is the live network, this is DePIN in action. That would be really awesome for you guys to do too as well. We'd appreciate that. And if you see anything here that like you think, oh man, I wish UpRock would share this, or like it would be awesome if they had this number, or this chart would be really mind blowing. I bet people I talk to really care about this thing or this piece of data. Let us know because we would add it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as Jesse says, he says things like us. It would be good for us. But, he's as a reminder, you probably already know, but in case you are unaware, he's talking about us as in all of us. We're a community. This is where our tokenomics is built. Anytime that there's revenue coming in, that's going back. Some of that is going back to buying back or buyback and burning. So it's or going to the miners. So it's us together. We're a community. Yeah.
100%. That's exactly right, Jen. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, I think we are it. That's all the slides we have this week. We were at 40 minutes this week. It's a bit shorter or longer. I don't know if we do 30 minutes. What's our standard? What we try to do, but we end up doing an hour. So I guess we're short. But I thought that since it's a holiday about giving thanks, why don't we share what we're thankful for today?
Wow.
Who wants to go first?
Okay, Mom.
Well, this is easy for me. I always end our live stream.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is not too hard. This is really not
coming to join us.
Yeah, of course.
But let's drill down on that. I think the global survey really shows I think the global survey really shows what a wonderful thing we've built together. And so I'm not just thankful for those of you who join the call, although I very much am every week. I'm thankful for everybody who's downloaded UpRock and everybody who's believed in us enough to put this app on their phone so that we can build this wonderful thing together. We're super thrilled to be sharing the results of this, just the early results, but some of the results of this great project with the whole community. I'm thankful for all of you, and I'm thankful for everybody on the team as well who's been working on this with us. As I'm sure some of you can imagine, Jesse and I and Jen and others have been talking about this for a number of years now and refining the idea and making it work. But it's a real big ask to ask people to come work on something that's going to be a giant distributed network in the Web3 space. So I'm thankful for all of our wonderful team who trusted us enough to take this journey with us.
Yep, here. And again, special shout out to the Rocketeers and our Global Ambassador Program community members, everyone who helps out in Discord. It really helps us scale as a large network. The part of the challenge is the amazing thing and the challenge of a DePIN is you scale so fast, like faster than any Web2 company can ever imagine. But it's so fast that you cannot do it without the community. And it's still a struggle to just answer all the feedback we get across all the different channels on the internet, because we want to be out there and just constantly engage. And we cannot do it without the support of our Rocketeers and the community and the Ambassador Program and everyone else who helps out answer questions. Even in this chat room, the fact that folks are already answering questions where people are answering questions in the chat, even little things like that are fucking great. So
I know.
Thankful to everyone who stick with us, and we have ambitious plans to close out the year in a strong way and have a really, really awesome 2025. Appreciate your support.
Yeah, I agree. I'm thankful for everything we was already just mentioned, and doing a venture can be very isolating. And that has been mostly my experience with this for the past few ventures that we've done together. I mean, not isolating just by myself. I mean, the team is isolated. This is different because it's we have the support of a community, or we have a community that's doing it with us. And so I'm going to get all teary-eyed and shit. What's going on? Anyway, it's wonderful to have that. And again, to see you guys in the chat or see you guys in Discord or see Mike AF sharing a photo of his puppy and wondering if he should name it Rocket. I mean, it's just really nice to see, and it feels good. And it feels good to build something together. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry I got a little
all good.
Weepy-eyed.
It's the holidays. You don't have to say sorry for
anything. Holidays.
Especially among friends, you never have to say sorry.
Oh gosh.
So
this is oh my God, Jen, get it together.
All good. It's all good.
Anyway,
no, that's good.
I'm just feeling like a ball of love because it's Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, play cello. Maybe one day I'll come up with an UpRock theme song and play you guys a song. That'd actually be kind of fun.
That would be.
I feel like this is what AI is great for. Have AI write you the UpRock theme song.
Yeah.
Is there an AI out there that can write sheet music?
Oh, I
you
bet.
know what? That would actually kill it because writing sheet music from scratch is annoying if anyone's done it. But yeah, that'd be fun.
Interesting question. It just occurred to me. I don't know.
You know what you should do? You know how they do on like TikToks? They'll like somebody will start off with like one thing and then another musician will build on top of that. That would be so cool to see that get built on top. What's that?
I mean, music. The fun part about music, if you did it in real life when you jam together, you are riffing on each other, and it's hard to do that online. So if there was some fun way to like build on top of each, I mean, that's kind of remixing already, right? People take other songs and remix it. But yeah, but being able to not remix it, but there's a lot of folks out there that like to read the music because not everyone can just hear it play. Some people need to actually read something. And so if you made it easy for folks who can just play it and then another thing to transcribe it and just put it into sheet music. A lot of people like guitarists like to just see the chords, not everyone can just hear it out. But anyway, yeah, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. Yeah, there you go.
Valens has a suggestion. He's gonna write a file for an UpRock grant to use DePIN to write sheet music. That would be great.
I don't know how those two mix, but yeah. That's great. That's a good idea, though. Yeah, enter UpRock. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. We're gonna end the year strong, and this month strong. Yeah, we're generating revenue now. Things are moving, and we have great plans 2025. I think that December is going to be all about ending the month strong. You're going to start seeing it. We're doing a bit really aggressive buyback and burn of UPT starting now, and then. In December,
just a couple days. The books will be closed for the month in a couple days, and then we can start. We can kick off that big buyback.
You're gonna see that, and then in December we're gonna just share, as we always do, our roadmap for the next quarter and kick off 2025 in a strong way. So okay, all right.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great Turkey Day if you're in that part of the world.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.